Girl, it's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. You're the best day ever. It's the best day ever. Oh, yeah. Yes, it's the best day ever. It's the best day ever. The first time I laid my eyes on you, I knew that you were the one for me. Been waiting so long for you to come in my life, baby. Oh, there's no more waiting, no. 'Cause I'm here with you now, baby. Let me be the one who's gonna love you forever. The best day ever, baby. It's the best day ever. The best day ever. The best day ever. The best day ever. Been shaking into my life. It's the best day ever. Best day ever. It's the best day yet, best day yet. Like in the rain, you make me feel. Hey girl, the way you love me, I can't explain it sometimes, but it feels real good to me. Real good to me. Real good to me. Real good to me. And I love the way you love me, baby, baby. Baby! Oh, it's the best day for me. Oh, it's the best day ever. And do you know that? Do you know? It's the best day ever. The best day ever for me and you. Yes, it is. Do you know how I'm feeling right now?
With this magnificent morning here, live on the galaxy. Not true. Best day ever. What? What are you saying?
Ideals of Mayat. I honor virtue. I benefit with gratitude. I am peaceful. I respect the property of others. I affirm that all life is sacred. I give offerings that are genuine. I live in truth. I regard all altars with respect. I speak with sincerity. I consume only my fair share. I offer words of good intent. I relate in peace. I honor animals with reverence. I can be trusted. I care for the earth. I keep my own counsel. I speak positively of others. I remain in balance with my emotions. I am trusted in my relationship. I hold purity in high esteem. I spread joy. I do the best I can. I communicate with compassion. I listen to opposing opinions. I create harmony. I invoke laughter. I am open to love in various forms. I am forgiving. I am kind. I act respectfully of others. I am accepting. I follow my inner guidance. I converse with awareness. I do good. I give blessings. I keep the waters pure. I speak with good intent. I praise the goddess and the god. I am humble. I achieve with integrity. I advance through my own abilities. I embrace the all.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you make it. Now I've known for a chance, but to be strong.
We're gonna make it.
I am a voice of hope, and I just wanna let you know that I believe in our strength as a people and the promise of a bright tomorrow.
And I want you to believe and trust.
I know God is watching over us, and I believe
believe if we all come together now, everything will be alright. We only press on. Strengthen the bond and the ties among this generation. Unite and be one, the fight will be won. Come on, Caribbean. Don't worry about the circumstances. It's just about the prayers and the madness.
Hold on, what's going on here? Hold on, let me just try something there, because like, I don't know.
We got this. I should make it. We don't have no other choice but to be strong.
We're gonna make it.
I am a voice of hope, and I just wanna let you know that I believe in our strength as a people and the promise of a bright tomorrow.
And I want you to believe and trust.
And nobody's watching over us, and
I
believe if we all come together now,
everything will be alright.
we only press on.
Strengthen the bond and the ties among this generation.
Unite and be one, the fight will be won.
Come on, Caribbean.
Don't worry about the circumstances. It's just about the prayers and the madness. Together we will take our chance at life and conquer it. Don't worry about the circumstances. It's just about the prayers and the madness. Together we will take our chance at life. We got this. We got this.
We got this.
Yeah.
I should make it.
Ooh.
We don't have no other
That
choice
true?
but to be strong.
Can't tell you enough
You're gonna
times
make it.
now.
I am a voice of hope, and I just wanna let you know that I believe in our strength as a people and the promise of a bright tomorrow.
And I want you to believe and trust.
And nobody's watching over us, and
I
believe if we all come together now,
everything will be alright.
we only
The
press on.
circumstances.
Strengthen the bond and the ties among this generation.
Unite and be one, the fight will be won.
Come on, Caribbean.
Don't worry about the circumstances. It's just about the prayers and the madness. Together we will take our chance at life and conquer it. Don't worry about the circumstances. It's just about the prayers and the madness. Together we will take our chance at life. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. Caribbean people, we got this.
We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got this. We got I am the strength within the I
know that we will rise again, and I'm sure we can live on before.
It's a fight and we must all be shared. I can't believe this day has come.
For our sake, we must keep distance. Everyone looking out for their neighbor. Islands in the Caribbean sun.
It's time to be strong, the battle is on.
The future of each generation. Every daughter and son united as one.
Sing on, Caribbean.
Don't worry about the circumstances. It's just about the prayers and the madness. Together we will take our chance at life and conquer. not enough, still have to get up. Don't work in the giddy and we have to stand up. As virus a rush, we still can't touch, we still can't touch, we. We have faith, hope, strength, protection of the Almighty.
And we prayed up, yes, yes, we prayed up. And we stayed up, yes, yes, we stayed up. Head high full of confidence, we not keep forget and then we never gave up. Make up essential workers, rest in peace. We fallen soldiers, corona can't follow you. West Indies, one love and unity. Don't worry about the circumstances. Don't worry, no. It's just about the faith and the madness. Together we will take our chance and life. We got this. We got
Yes, welcome to the Galaxy Morning Rises by Word. I tell you, I'm scattering so far. I'm scattering far and wide. That's why. Welcome to the Galaxy Rises. Let's do this, my people. Come on, family. Come on, family. Good morning.
What's happening to
Grand Rising to one and all.
that we made? Looks like they're all out of view.
Breaking your fast.
Oh, every day life changes.
Let's do this. Let's do this.
Raging, and all the players change their costume. Well, I know we need a brand new day. From what I see, we need a new day. Well, I know we gotta have a new day. And that new day's coming. Oh, I wonder. Really makes me wonder. Tell me where is so much of the beauty that we see. Now I'm wondering if it's all been a dream. Time they go from back to us. Seems like all we've been rehearsed. We're standing here acting now the same. And I know we need a brand new day. From what I see, we need a new day. All I know, we need a new day. And that new day's coming. Oh, I wonder, yeah. Baby, yeah. Listen now. And I know we need a brand new day. From what I see, we need a new day. With all the sorrow, yes, we need a new day. And that new day's coming. Oh, I wonder, yeah. Really, oh. Said I know we need a brand new day. With all the trouble in the world, we need a new day. All the problems in the world, we need a new day. And that new day's coming soon. Oh, I wonder, yeah. Really. Yes, I know we need a brand new day. All the troubles in the world, we need a new day. With all the problems and broken hearted, we need a new day. And that new day's coming. Oh. And that new day's all we know is coming home. And that new day.
Grandma. Grandma.
Yes, it's that time. Where we reach out and we go visit our families. Not true. Families or family friends, let's go.
People them are vibing me, they're asking me for more.
Don't go with your sister hand neither.
Speaker on the floor, it's a sound system that you came here for.
Let's prepare some nourishing dish so we can share.
Hip hop all the while, all the while. Picking up the microphone, it made my heart smile. Now it's all in a tune, and I'm giving it to you, singing it to you, bringing it to you. Picking up the Windrush, the massive and crew. Yeah, this sounds brand new. Never seen a sheep. For you, I meant you, bigger than the men who. They battle on the street, coming to my stage show, dropping on their knees. In it for the ones who've been waiting for the change. Grandma told me it's time to rearrange, so she'll what have you been to grandmama? How was she keeping that town? What did she teach you? Turn it around. Children, what have you been to grandmama? How was she keeping that town? What did she teach you? Turn it all around. You live in a glass house. Don't throw stones. Just come here for your flower tree. Yeah, the grandma told me to go with me. I can see you getting out of your chair. It's the bass, drum, kick and the snare. It's the way that you feel when you breathe in the air. I'm gonna stage that, I swear. I bet not a day. Joy, pleasure, love, not a pain. Love that I feel when you call out my name. You make me bust the boat and the butterfly. Cocking out the body like the thing you can be right. If you're feeling alright, we're doing just fine. Everybody look good, topping up the wine. Standing on the table, swinging from the light. Grandma told me tonight would be the night, so children. Yes, mama. Yeah. Grandmama, tell me how would she keep it safe and sound? What did she teach? Children, yes, mama. Yeah. What have you been to grandmama? How would she keep it safe and sound? What did she teach you? She said that you could flow like a champ.
what needs to be done. Not only do we experience it, but we can feel and wear the scars of time. The scars of time, and we feel and we carry the welts. This is why we have to continuously look to build our foundation, build our integrity, building not only our integrity, but to build our outside persona of right and just. And let us shine and let us just bask in the glory of our victories. Little things, big things, everything. Let us bask in the glory of who we are and who we are being. Greetings, my sister Sandra. How you doing, my sister?
Greetings, Brother Aston. Greetings, family.
Wow, it's been a few days. It's been a few days.
It has been.
Oh boy, so how are you this morning? Grand risings to you. Grand risings to you, or have you not been to bed yet?
Grand risings, grand rising. Yeah, I've been and I'll go back.
So we're interrupting your resting period
Yes.
right now?
Yes.
Yeah, man. But we appreciate your presence. We truly do appreciate your presence here, right? Here on the Galaxy of Hawaii.net, the Grand Risings show here, you know? Yes. So, my sister, share your early morning thoughts with us at this time. Where you there? What's happening? Wagwan, Jamaica.
Well, so I was kept last strong. I was speaking about we were speaking about family, and we were speaking about in theory what we should do, because it was like, are there any links that are broken from generation to generation in terms of in the UK, we're the first generation that grew up with our children and our grandchildren, and why we don't maintain those connections. So I was referring to a family reunion event. So it took place yesterday, and by all accounts, it was a success with a capital S.
Fantastic.
So they took pictures of the younger generation and the older generation, and people were talking about, oh, I didn't know you were my godfather. I didn't know that you were my this. I didn't know the connection. And it was a lot of beauty in terms of now we know that it's almost like what's in the name. And recognizing the significance of the names, but B, the connections. So I was sad that I was here and not there, but happy I'm here and not there.
Yeah, I understand. So you wasn't exactly able to attend the occasion.
No, but I was happy that and glad that it was a success. And that a number of the moving parts. So when you organize something, you think, okay, is this going to work? Is this not going to work? And a number of the moving parts all worked in the direction as organizers what we wish it to work in.
Yeah. I think I shared that a few shows ago. Success is the impetus of the thought. Where its manifestation is, right? it's no real control of yours. It's just the thought that you have imparted that to others. Yeah. So we're very grateful for that as well, isn't it? Not true.
So then the flip side of that is that there were reports that I was getting, but I wasn't necessarily conscious of, in relation to the town, Port Antonio. So there's been a major fire.
Yes, I saw some reports on that. Yeah.
So, conspiracy theories may start happening. Hopefully, the reports and investigations will prove what happened and or why. That the market was on fire. So this is the indoor market, or parts of the indoor market were on fire. So then next to the indoor market, you've got a jeweler shop. Jeweler shop caught fire. Next to the jeweler shop, you've got a food shop, supermarket. And the supermarket caught fire. So my question to myself is, I wasn't there because I don't do the rubbernecking. I don't do it. I don't do it. I don't know whether or not anyone was hurt or injured, but there were lots of videos floating around and I was having conversations. So my thought is, okay, I understand where the location is. As firefighters having the appropriate equipment and technology, I figure, I don't know whether or not they did have or didn't have, but I'm assuming they did have. I'm thinking this is 3 buildings, one part of a building in terms of the market, a jeweler shop, and for the fire to move from the market to the jeweler shop, from the jeweler shop to the supermarket, that was a hell of a journey for that fire to take. Who, what, why, don't know why it started. So there's going to be some additional conversations and some investigation. So that was the bit was tinged differently for me in terms of, okay, it was a beautiful day, thinking about family and friends, mainly family, to be fair, in the UK, in Tooting, London, enjoying a celebration and just getting to know one another, reacquainting one another, that village mentality. And then over here thinking about individuals who now won't be able to go into work, but still want to support themselves and or their family. And as much as there are plenty of jobs available from a careers point of view, it's still a waking up Monday morning and what am I going to do? There's going to be a lot of people with, and these are just the ordinary people. I'm not even talking about the business owners who now need to go to a conversation in terms of insurance. Do they have? What's retrievable? What's not retrievable? What stock do I still have? What stock do I need to discard of and burn? Will I discard and burn the stock, or will I be able to put it in one of the other stores in order to sell it? There's going to be a lot of questions to be asked. But my first question for myself is, why did the fire jump from one building to another building to another building? And none of those buildings are, as far as I can see,
connected.
No, I don't think they're connected.
Is it in one unit? Is it like things in one unit, or is it separate buildings?
Separate buildings.
Oh, okay.
Who have corrugated iron in terms of the roofs. So it's not, they're all wooden construction. They're old buildings, but they don't appear to be, they're not wooden construction. There is the material in terms of sand and cement. So I don't know how or why. So it'd be interesting just to see how this unfolds. One of the, and this is me thinking conspiracy, so I'm going to put it out there.
Yeah.
They actually
No,
do want to move it down.
I'm hearing what you're saying, because, but then again, something, the power and the way how fire can jump across spaces and everything, whether it be wind conditions and everything else, these contributing factors on there, oil and whatever way the fire can travel, and
Well,
it can leap, and fire can leap across spaces as well. So,
all things are possible, and supermarket would have had lots of burning material. They would have had the oil. They would have had the boxes and plenty of cardboard boxes and containers. The jewelry shop, I don't think they would have had oil, but hey ho, what do I know? But they are looking to move the market from that location to another location.
Okay.
So me and conspiracy may fall in, because they'd built up, they'd acquired a number of the units, and there were some units which they still were to acquire, but they are looking to move the market. But it's not the first market to have burned.
No.
It won't be the last. I'm just praying that there were no fatalities.
Yeah.
And that they are able to pick up, and whether or not insurance or the support system, because some people are going to need the village mentality to survive the next few weeks until they can find something else. And the shop owners will need to have, obviously, insurance and or some form of backative that will help them to start again if that's what they choose to do. Rebuild if that's what they choose to do. These are
the things that they will be facing, as business people. What comes to my mind right now is the sprinkler system, right? But then again, fire is fire, yeah. And if it catching off, boy, things can break down easy. Simple as that,
They were talking about a lack of water, and I've seen less rainwater.
Oh wow.
So it just so happens Saturday night there was a lot of rainwater. There were times where we couldn't have a conversation because you'll hear the rain leaking off of the roof. The parts, but we recognize when it rains in Jamaica, within half an hour, who knows?
Yeah. Who knew that it was there? Yeah. The water
having been getting consistent rain, it may have been able to dampen and not travel. But like you say, fire works in mysterious ways. They say the same about water. Where water once run, you may say, I'm going to build a dam, but the water can come back because the nature of the water and the force of the water. And or it may find another path in order to get to the same destination. So it's the elements, and how do we deal with the elements? And that's my question. How do we deal with those forms of tragedy? Life being what it is, we all go through it in different ways. So how do we rebound? How do we pick ourselves up? And one of the conversations I was having or listening to recently was sometimes we look around at our situation and we think, why me? Why is it that everything that can go wrong is going wrong? What is it that I've got to learn? Why you think that there are valleys, hills and valleys? Why do I always seem to be living in a valley?
Yeah.
And it's not that.
I'm smiling because mainly because of like my encounters over the last few days, So yeah, I will share it a little while. Go, continue, my sister. Continue.
So one of the thoughts or one of the conversations is that, like seasons, we will transition through it.
Mm-hmm.
The question is how.
This still shall pass, as they would say, isn't it? That's the
Yeah,
statement was coming to my mind. This
yeah,
still
yeah.
pass.
And whilst we're in it, we don't appreciate it. We don't believe it sometimes.
Mm.
And we think, yeah, we're coming out, and then all of a sudden there's another part of crap that's being piled on us, and we think, hang on a minute, I thought I was coming out.
Mm.
Hey, maybe there's a lesson for us to learn,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it will pass.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's two choices: it either passes or you die. Those are the
Don't
two
be like that. Don't be like that. Why you bring them talk there to the shoot?
But that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's the option. It will pass. We just may not believe it because
Yeah.
we're in it.
Yeah. At the time when you're in the depths of the clutch of this thing here, whatever you're going through. Wow. You know, and the pain when you can't even breathe properly. You can't even breathe properly.
Yeah.
Can't even eat properly. Yeah? And then
Have the faith. Have the determination.
Huh?
No, have the faith and have the determination, knowing that as it passes and when it passes, you can stand up.
Mm-hmm.
You're on your knees, you can stand up.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's cool. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yes, and I say, you have to look to your well-being as well. So I know so that you're getting some good support there from family and everything, close family and everything. Even what you're experiencing at this time as well. And as you stated, this too shall pass. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So we encourage you. We send our supporting vibes for you in them things there where y'all got you right now.
Except with
as I was stating that over the last few days, I'm presently doing a course, right, and it's within that course, obviously, we're doing some sharing and things like this. Let me tell you something. You think say you are God through things, and then when you hear some of the things that other people are going through, and you know what, somebody there was sharing what she was going through, right? And it was family dispute over land and monies and injustice and it was the whole episode of destiny or dynasty in a one. Right. And the thing is that as she was speaking now, everybody was just listening to what she was saying, right? And as she was saying and speaking, we all started smiling, and then some of us started laughing, and like you could see her, she go, why are you laughing? Why are you smiling? And then it was pointed out that exactly what you're going through, most of us here are going through it as well, right? And when we sort of like put that out there, right? It turned out there was probably about like 40% of the people was going through exactly the same thing that she was going. And she just looks around and she goes, so I'm not the only one that this guy, and we just all went, no, you're not the only one. But obviously she was so in herself that she thought that she had to deal with this herself, and of course then the dialogue was around like how she could put herself in a better place and everything and all of this there, right? But it was just so enlightening, to say, boy, you know what? No matter how much you want to sit down there in silence, right? Mr. or Mrs. who you pass on the road, right, is running the same thing, yeah, or similar, yeah. This is why we do need to communicate, right? Because even what you're going through, you could help somebody else, they can help you, right? The quality of our humanity, right? The quality of our humanity as well, right, is extremely important, you know, because boy, you could be going through things, you know, right? But yet you can, and as we most of us do this, on a regular basis. We park what's happening for us to help others. Yeah. We spend the whole day doing something for somebody else, but we're not going to spend the whole day doing it for ourselves. Yeah. Or working on ourselves. And then at the end of the night, that is when we come to face our reality and saying, boy, I still have this problem. Yeah. So, you know, still I go through these things, you know, right? But yet, you know, as much as what we are going through, we shouldn't take it on to say, you know what, let me just deal with this myself, because nobody's out there to help me, and nobody's out there, nobody are go pay any attention to me. You'd be very surprised, you know, that if you take the opportunity to actually open your mouth and ask, open your mouth and share, yeah, you'd be very surprised how those who are capable and who are willing and able will come. They will gather around, you know. You know, and it's I know it's a simple task because you know, hands up, right? I'm an independent person like that too. Very strong and independent like that. To the extent of that, I'm very choosy who I have around me. Yeah. I don't push myself up in a you know, I don't push myself up in a crowds and, you know, be center of attention and all them things there. Yeah. Right. I'm not into the bookie and barbershop gathering and chatting foolishness or whatever. Chat, you know. Because as far as I'm concerned, that's too womanish. when the woman they start chat, you know. But you know, that's me. That's me. Yeah. But at the same time, to the other extent of it, as you say, the extremes, right? Of either you live or you die, right? I'm at the other extreme of that, of where I would literally do things for myself by myself. Yeah. It might take twice or three or four or five times as long, but I would do that. But at the same time, I need to develop that for myself as well. Yeah. So as much as I'm saying these things, I'm working on it as well. You know. So
But I think that's the word, working on it. So it's recognizing, as you spoke about the experience of the sister, speaking about her experience, and sometimes we think that we are the only one. And I listened to Auntie Jean's end of the month virtual black book show with, and I know I'm going to pronounce the brother's name wrong, so help me out here. It begins with an M. He's also a Galaxy presenter, pilot.
I'll have to look it up.
And a lot of the authors were talking about their experience, and the one thing about sharing your experience is that there's likely to be someone out there who's going through exactly the same thing. If they're not
There you go.
going
There you
through
go.
it, they've been through it, and if they've not been through it, they don't even know they're actually going down that road. And one of the conversations we was having, I was listening to, I'm jumping around here, but one of the conversations I was listening to yesterday was, we walk out the door and we go through our life, and we either turn left or we turn right. Depending on whether or not we turn left, there's a path that we go in. If we turn right, there's a path that we go on. But within that journey, everything is perfect and everything is improving. And within that journey, we may need to just check ourselves as we're going through. So we may be in that valley, there may be a whole load of crap as we perceive it to be coming on us, falling on us. That if we have the strength of character to ask for help, there may be a book out there may be a podcast out there may be something out there other than the a drug of choice. Call it television, call it coffee, call it whatever.
Yeah.
There may be something else. As an individual, I would encourage you that if you are feeling like everything's being piled on you, take time out and to breathe. Do that reconnection. Slow down if and where you can, and ask for help. Just put something in the old search engine and see what comes up. Speak to someone. Could be a complete stranger. When you speaking to them, it opens the door. They may know someone who knows someone that can help you and support you.
Not true. Not true.
That it may not cost the earth. It may be just cost a conversation and a bit of communication. So that's empowering.
Let me see. Is right, Macron?
Yeah.
That's it? Macron?
Yeah.
Oh, brother Macron.
Yeah.
I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly. I don't know, Macron. I just got that feeling that it's just how it's pronounced. You know. Yeah, right.
He gives authors, whether they be in the UK, wherever they are, anywhere in the world, hey, it's a virtual book. So the next month I'm due to be a part of the virtual book show. It gives you an opportunity to talk about your experience. And like I said, like you've said, and like that system, realize as much as you're in it, you think you are the only one. It's when you actually look around, and there's that phrase that I remember, and it keeps coming to my mind of late. It's like the Joneses. Do you think that everything's okay? And we're all looking to be like the Joneses, who's perfect.
Oh dear.
You define perfection.
I don't know about that.
Well, the perception is, or the other way of looking at it is, the grass is always greener. So you always look at somebody else. When in theory,
I could more relate to that than they're perfect. Oh dear. My word. They're perfect. Yeah, okay. The reason why is that obviously my name is Jones in other words there, right?
Yeah.
So whenever I hear that, I just say nope.
You're just going back to, you're thinking about sports and thinking, okay, no, that don't make sense.
No. Not in this house. That's the reason why I laugh at that one. Oh dear. But still, anyway. Like, oh dear. Anyway, so like, as I say, over the last 2 days, there, right, I've been getting some tune up. I would say more tune up than learning. You know, I would, let's say, putting together skills that I've acquired over a period of time, and then just to hone them a bit more, you know, to what I'm looking to do in the near future. Yeah. So even when I'm there and I'm doing these things, I'm there and I'm listening for any new techniques of communication, and to enhance even myself, what I'm doing here as a presenter, right? And one of the things that occurred to me, right? And I was in talking with one of the fellow students there, right? Brother Rashid Nix, yeah, right. So he's one of the other students there, and we was talking about, you know, what is going to be the next um meme or change for us as the community, as a global community, right? And who and where is this change going to be coming from, you know? And I'm thinking, well, you know what, we've got so much talent around here. And I did point out to him, because you know what, it is going to be one of these young men or women, right, that is going to be one of the influences, right, that is going to make a change in some way or another, you know, because that is where everybody is looking to and targeting to. Yeah. And as we did discuss as well, that the political system as it is right now, as a global unit, is kind of outdated, mainly because of the type of people that is participating in it. Yeah. And um their overview of how society should be and how it is to be and everything else, right? They're just not they're in and what we did deduce is that they are so far behind what is actually happening in the world, and they're trying to hold back all those who are listening to them, right? And they're giving information that is not up to date, right? Information of techniques of society's living. Yeah. So obviously, you know, you get some of these, and I know I'm gonna be using this phrase here, right? But you're getting these influencers, right, who obviously are making a success for themselves, right, in one way or another. Yeah, they are, and what's happening is that they are being sabotaged in some cases, right, because of their success, right? But in effect, if everybody was to say, you know what, we've got to change now, life has got to change, right? In every aspect of what we're doing and how we are approaching life, right? And as you've gone through time now, right, there's always been that 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 time of where our younger people, or the new generation, I'm going to say category of the university graduates, right, where they break away from home or they leave home, and then they're able to actually come together and then culminate their thoughts and their desires, and then all of a sudden they're calling for a change. They're calling for a change, right? Something what they can see that is tangible for them to live into, right? Um, many have made a decision to say, you know what, I don't want to live here under what this system is. So they've decided to leave. I can see this. I can see this, that there's going to be a time when there's just going to be a mass like migration, right? Because the values of that society does not suit all, right? And I can see that because, like, even this morning when I was coming in to the studio, right? Albeit that it is a bank holiday, right? But I would say I would walk down, and this is a busy main arterial road. When I say arterial, one of the main roads that leads through London, right? So therefore, traffic. If you're coming in and out of London, this is one of the main roads that you're going to come across, right? And when I'm looking on it, all I'm seeing is taxis and buses. Taxis and buses, right? It's very few like cars that would be like privately owned. Very few, right? It's mainly taxis and buses. That's all I'm seeing. Yeah, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. This is 6:30 in the morning, right? Surely there's going to be people round, up and down, even though it is a bank holiday Monday. Surely there's going to be people around and going here and there and preparing for the day and everything. But there wasn't. There wasn't. And I'm thinking, well, where are all the people? The traffic has been curtailed to such an extent here in the London area, right? Obviously, because of cost of actually running the vehicle, I can understand, and then obviously impacted by the cost of living as well, right? I know that many has probably decided, you know what, I could do without that extra expenditure, and I just take to the bus and be satisfied with that for now, right? Of course, though there are many who have got imposed debt on them, as we shared in the financial month, that they've got imposed debts of like education loans and various other things, and the cost of living. Yes. Well, you only could take 7 days, so there you go. You was glad to get back. But that is the reality of what's happening right now. That is the reality of what's happening. That people are under some serious pressure, right? And we're not just talking about like in England, per se. We're talking around the world as well, because everyone has been hit by the global hiccup, right? And everyone's trying to get back on their feet, because like, or get to some kind of form of normal balance, of life. Yeah. But I still say that there's going to be the change in values, priorities, right? You know what it is? You slow down and you rebuild again. Yeah. You can't, let's say things of 5 years ago, right? 5 or 4 years ago, people are not going to be running at that speed at this time. It may take its time to regain level, but like even for the enjoyment, going out and enjoying yourself, right? Is you can see that there's a change of temperament around that as well. Yeah, it's not a case of like, wow, let's go and celebrate life and really go for it, like, you know. It's kind of like, oh, right, we're gathered together. Oh, how you been? You know, you understand? Everybody's going for the healing rather than the celebrating, you know. But you know, it's just how it is. It's just how it is at this particular time. That's all it is, you know.
The season that we're in individually and collectively. And there's learning for us to be had within that season, but we will come out of it. Even though we may not feel it at the moment.
Yeah, this too shall pass. Anyhow, the lines are open on 0203-289-6504. Let me put that one up on here just for those who are on our live feed. And we are on the Blacknificent Radio Show on Facebook and also on the YouTube as well. So you can see us on there, or come and watch us on there if you wish to an alternative way of viewing us or joining us this strong here on the galaxyfwe.net. Right? Let me see where we number them. When they number them now. See, you got me all mixed up now.
The numbers.
Oh, here we are. Look at that. I need to go to Specsavers. need to go down there, get some more glasses, or get a pair of glasses that actually work. Because I've forgotten all my stuff at home. The glasses and everything. I forgot them at home today. So I'm doing the blur. I'm doing the Mr. Magoo blurry look.
Okay.
Yeah, man. So what you got planned for today then?
So I don't have any plans per se. I'm just literally going to go with the flow. There are things that I am planning to do in terms of over the next couple of weeks to potentially taking a trip over to Arizona to a large event, summit. Whilst there, we'll meet and rekindle the communication, the conversation with Les Brown, James McNeil, and some of my fellow authors. So that's the middle of June. But other than that, that's the initial plan that I have. If other things can slot into place. And the thing about the universe and the beauty about the universe, what's meant to be will be.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna start. I'm gonna initiate the starting of my piece of work that I was talking about earlier on. You know, that book of some kind of, or guide or whatever, however it turns out. And then obviously I'm doing my course. So what I'm going to put out there right now, right, for the listeners out there, right? So you're gonna have to get a new number. There's a new number coming. So please get your pieces of pens and paper, or tap into your device. I'm going to give you a number in a moment. So part of the requirements of the course that I'm doing is that I will be needing some volunteers. I should be needing some volunteers, right? So what I would like you to do is that if you're up for it, and it only takes an hour of your time, right? Whether it's virtual or in person, to contact me directly, right? and then we can see if you would be willing to participate as a person that will assist me through some of my work that I'll be doing in the near future. So
Mhm.
it will be no cost, no cost to you, right,
Mhm.
personally, but you will be receiving the rewards of what I shall be working on in the future, right? So at this stage, you won't be charged. You won't be charged. And if it's oversubscribed, right, I shall give you, let me see, 70% discount, right? 70% discount. I won't tell you the cost of it at this stage,
Mhm.
right? But 70%.
Mhm.
Okay?
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
So all those who are interested in actually being part of being a volunteer to help me through through this coursework. And all it is just a questions and answers, right? Questions and answers for those who wish to participate in it, right?
Mhm.
And then and some feedback as well.
Mhm.
That's all it requires. Okay.
Mhm.
So if you wish to participate in that, right, please contact me on 079 50
Mhm.
200 899. Right? That is 079 50 200 899. Right? And then you put down Aston on there. So you can text me, WhatsApp me, or whatever you wish to, right? And just put down volunteer. Just put down volunteer on there, and then I will explain in a call directly
Mhm.
to you. Okay,
Mhm.
right. So
Mhm.
all those who are interested in doing that, please,
Mhm.
please just use that service there. Okay, and
Mhm.
let's say you will be part of a big program that's going to be coming up, a very big program. And I don't mean just a radio program, I mean something what's going to be spread out right across the community as well. So
Mhm. Mhm.
all right, okay,
Mhm.
anyway, so that's my little bump out there, right?
Okay. Okay.
And all them things there, right?
Okay.
Right now it is a holiday day here, a
Mhm.
vacation day here, the bank holiday. We're talking about, as you were speaking there, about the families and everything else. Unfortunately you wasn't able to attend your family, but it was the thought, what I was looking forward to is you to come, and you would have a big scroll or big list of your family there to actually say, this is my family tree, you know. That would be, oh, awesome, awesome,
Well,
you
I
know.
know the conversation I was having
Mm,
is that it would literally be a big scroll. You know, back in the day when you used to have paper that used to be on the printer and it used to come in big rolls of
the big
paper.
roads.
It would be that type of thing because
Yeah,
there
yeah,
isn't enough A4 pieces of paper that you would stick up on a wall. It just wouldn't.
yeah, yeah,
You,
yeah.
you,
It'd be
you
it'd
just
be
have to work
A4,
out.
A4 linked to A4,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
but if that's the way how it is, that's the way how it is.
mm, mm,
You understand? And
mm,
that's how a tree runs, isn't it? That's
mm,
how a tree
mhm,
runs. You know what I mean?
mhm.
This is my branch, your branch, this are your branch, that, but we all
Mm.
link again on
Yeah,
this one, yes, sir.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah.
so. But then again, there's
Exactly.
nothing stopping you from starting that anyway.
No,
From
it's been started already. So
okay.
there are elements that, and it's just joining the dots. So that's one of the conversations I'll have when I go back to the organizing committees.
Mm,
How those dots being joined.
mm, mm, mm. But I
And
encourage everybody in the listening right now, get your family tree, do your family tree, your timeline, and everything from there. The
mm,
achievements, right? Get your stories there,
mm,
written down and documented, right? So that you can see and appreciate what your families, your ancestors have done for you, and they're doing for you right now, right? So that it will push the momentum of our young people to say, you know what, this is what they're going to be doing. This is what I want to achieve. You know what I mean? Step the ladder up. Make sure that it go answer. Yeah, man. Definitely.
But
Anything else you would like to share with us, my sister?
no, I'll just that word communication.
Mm.
It just comes back to that word communication. How do we communicate with one another? What conversations do we have? What stories do we share? What laughter do we share? What smiles do we share?
I true that, man. I true that. I tell you.
Those are the things that make a difference on a day-to-day basis.
Absolutely. So we'll come to a piece here, right? We haven't done it yet. Right? Affirmations. Our affirmations are words of power, right? Speak into our power right now. Speaking into our power. So where are you with your affirmations, my sister? Anything that's news that's risen up?
No. For me, because I'm in it, I need to understand and recognize that everything is perfect and everything is improving. Because if I don't feel that, I will get engulfed in the whirlwind of woe is me. And because I know that things are improving, I recognize there are that positive thoughts and the self-talk. Affirmations are part of that. I am enough. I am beautiful. I am a blessed blessing. Are words that come to my mind in terms of where I'm at and my thoughts at the moment. But it all links to that positive self-talk rather than the negative woe is me.
And be mindful of what you are allowing to come into you as well and to you, because it's all part of you. Yeah. And it's never too late to start cleansing and re-evaluating either, right? Because that is how our life can be. And each time and each cycle, we raise our bar, we raise our purity and our standard of who we are, where we are at all times. Yeah. That's why not everybody can stick around with you. As you rise, not all of them go rise with you, Simple as that.
Is that the case that not all of them will rise with me, or we rise at different stages?
Yeah, we do. We do rise at different stages, but the fact is that sometimes when you step up, right? Some of them said, "What? No, man, I can't. I'm not doing. I'm happy where I am." Right?
Yeah, consciously or unconsciously.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Stay where you're there. No problem, because that's what works for you. But you know what? I'm on the momentum of improvement, constant and never-ending improvement. Right? If you can't be with that, or it makes you feel that you're having difficulty with that, not a problem. Me, I'm stepping up in my life. Yeah. Right. We got another 30 minutes. Well, 30 minutes ish, right, before we reach the top of the hour and the end of the show. Right. So if anybody would like to call in or a message or anything like that, right, please do. Right. So it's on 02003 289 6504, or you can text or WhatsApp message or whatever to tell us what you're doing over this holiday period or this day off, because the time is running. Time is running because remember, in 24 hours time, you're going to be running down the road to go your work and all them things there. So what are you doing for your day to empower yourself? 079-474-79219. And here we are right here. My affirmations of this time. As a saying that as I go through this cycle here, this annual cycle, we had just had a new rising of the moon, right? So therefore the faculty emphasis has changed, and I incorporate that change within myself, right? And as I shared earlier on with the readings from the Metuneta Assyrian resurrection from the by Ra Nefer Aman, right? And we was talking about Herkuti, right? And Herkuti is experienced the influence of the Netta Herkuti at the desire of guaranteed security and protection, right? From who are humankind, right? So therefore, this is when you appraise and you look at all and who's ever around you, right? So I am looking for my guaranteed protection and security, right? I am looking for my guaranteed security and protection. Yeah. So at this time, that it'd be probably in my utmost thought at the time, culminated with all the ones that I have done previously. Right. So therefore, peace is my nature. My ancestors' works from the past to the present to the future is my path of life. I look for peace within all. Right. I am looking to the security and protection. Yeah. So therefore, all of those things is what I'll be looking to work on at the same time and emulate them as one. Right. So yes, I shall be rising up in a beautiful way.
Beautiful.
And I work on them all the time, work on those things all the time, right? So anyhow. Anyway, my sister, what a beautiful day. What a beautiful day. Right? Fresh coconut water. I want to go on.
There's 2 coconuts out there ready to cut.
Yeah. They just turn brown on top.
Well, they're just they were picked yesterday.
Oh, that's your brother, isn't it? And come with him mash hand and come broke down the things already. Come with them long belly.
Sometimes we put out there and the universe hears us and it's a whisper. And like I said, do we slow down enough in order to catch the whisper? So I was asking for some jelly coconut and it arrived. And then I looked at the breadfruit tree and it's laden. So picked a few breadfruit. And it's been mango season now.
Yeah.
So
you got all the hummingbirds and everything I go on now.
Mangoes in abundance. Made some mango juice. Just mango and ginger, nothing more. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Considering when you think you get it in a box and it says mango, and you think to yourself, if you look at the ingredients,
concentrated substance.
Yeah. There's something in there. It may not be mango, or the percentage is 5%. You're thinking, okay, What makes it bigger than 95?
That's right. Don't read too far down the list.
Yeah.
Don't bother read too far down that list because why? I think you'd be sorely disappointed.
Very, very disappointed.
Mm-mm,
And then you drink it and you think to yourself, really?
mm.
But then you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
And we're also in apple season.
As I say, I still to taste the fresh ackee there.
Okay. Well, the trees from an ackee point of view, they're looking to they're just starting to form. So you're probably at least another 6 weeks, 8 weeks off. The pear trees, that's coming along nicely. So I'm hoping that everything's perfect and everything's improving, and that all the trees striving to be the best they can to produce as much fruit as they can. We'll do it all simultaneously. So ackee, saltfish, pear, and breadfruit just leaves a lovely taste to the mouth at this rate.
and please, family, remember, ackee can be eaten with other things as well, you know.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It can be eaten. It can be used as a dessert as well, you know. Okay.
Well,
all right.
It can be eaten on its own. It can be seasoned and eaten on its own.
That's why I say it can be eaten as a dessert, you know. So you can eat it with some, although it's a fruit by itself, but you can eat it with other fruits as well, you know. So you know.
Is it a fruit? We call it a vegetable.
It's right. Let me distinguish the difference here.
Go for it. Oh, you're going to put vegetables in the ground.
Exactly. A fruit is bred on the tree, so it grows outside. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So it's above ground. Vegetables grow underground. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then. We've got our regular contributor on the line right now.
Okay, Brother Julius.
Yeah. See, didn't even have to prompt you. Greetings, my brother Julius.
Greetings, my brother Aspen, and my sister over there in this blue sky and the sunshine place. You know, Sister Sandra, how are you?
Greetings. I'm feeling highly blessed and favored.
I tell you, well, it's nice to be on the high side, you know? Yeah. I tell you what, maybe I'm becoming like Sister Sandra now. Touch on different touch on different things as well when I was listening. And number one, let me say, I come by saying to Brother Aspen, yes, we get what they call a bank holiday in this country. But at the same time, it's something which, long ago people then used to say, well, how are you going to spend your bank holiday? I said, you know what? I don't own no bank.
you had to broke their heart like that. I don't own no bank.
Yes, my man. You know, no bank and so on. So how maybe I go get holiday? I have to be making money or try to put into this bank. They are the one who get the bank, so they make holiday for themselves. You know.
True that.
Yes, my brother. And two, you talk about what you saw around today when you was going around. Because I was out there as well, almost by after 6 or 7, I went around there. And then what happened, I observed almost that same kind of things like you. When you say, you look around, you saw just cabs, then you saw buses. But also when I watched at the bus stop, what did I observe, which I mentioned to somebody? I said, wow. I said, how come it's black people that alone missing at the bus stop?
Always. Them early morning businesses is pure black people, you see. No Englishman at all. Not one.
No, my brother. You know? Yeah. When the sun shines, and pure black people let me go seeing all these walking places, them and all these and doing all the hard work. But then people here, you see them sitting at the restaurant, in at the pub, in at the... So you have to ask, so what they're talking about immigration when they're not even doing the work there?
They're too lazy to get up out of bed to go do the work, man.
Yeah, man, just a drink up, you know. That's why some of them, the wife are kicking them out or whatever it is. I can hear them, some of them. Yeah, breaking. When you talk about the worst breaking of relationship, you get it from these people, which is the white man. We think we are doing that. It's just that we want to copy certain things. But when you talk about relationship breaking, it's them who get a lot of that. Because why? They just live that a nice life, cool life, enjoy travel here and there. That's the kind of life they're used to, you know. Yes, my brother.
Well, one of the things, my brother, when I was working in when I was working for Ford, what you would find is a lot of men then when they come to their retirement or then take retirement, you would hear say, or even just before that, you would hear say that them wife don't want them no more.
Yes.
Yeah. And that would be almost a regular thing. You what? It's a madness. It's a madness.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, that's a regular.
Yeah, because this society, my brother, it's a culture and it's a traditional thing to them, right? It's only maybe some of the older generation with them, but their own kind of thing when you say relationship and marriage. No, this is something that's why which they always add in for say so and so here they will be breaking away from their relationship and so on. You get a lot of that. That's what this society was about. You know, it's like when you go to marry somebody or whatever it is, you get the money, you sponsor and everything. When you live in, that's how the marriage was. When you live in, you have to get all your property again, your things, same you get or whatever. This is how they set their system. You know? Yeah. But then they come to get us into their way of life that we begin to copycat, and then we can't go on with that kind of things, you know? Yeah. And then, okay, you mentioned again about what is called, let me say, when things difficult, somebody might think that they are the only ones that will experience that difficult side of life.
Yes.
Yeah. And then when you were saying that, there was a story which comes to me, talking about, there was a man who was having so much difficulty. And he decided, and he said, you know what, I can't take this one. So he left, and he went to a tree. He said going to commit suicide and kill himself. Yeah. Yeah, man. Maybe that might bring your bell as well, that kind of stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, man. And then he went up this tree, tried to hang himself, and so on. Then he said, you know what? Before me do all this kind of thing there, I've got a banana. Let me eat this banana.
Yes.
And he peeled this banana and he threw the skin down. But when he looked down, there was somebody there who see this banana and pick the banana skin. Right? Because the skin had only come down. And he was eating the skin.
You see?
And the man said to himself, he said, boy, he said, you mean there is somebody worse thing than me? Right. Whilst he was having the flesh, this man was having the skin. You know? And with that, he decided to get down this tree because he saw that somebody is worse thing than me. You know? Yes. So in our lifestyle, we all go through our pains and misery. But it's how you weigh it, how you weigh the balance within you, and so on. Some people can stand that little when you look at it. You, the one with a big lead, you might think you have a big lead, but not knowing that there's someone having a heavy lead than you, or whatever. It's just what that weight that person can carry, that individual can carry.
Yeah, very much, very true. Very true. I know. Say that. Why? You know, there's some of us, right? And I'm talking about the crisis and all that. And this is even before the crisis. I know some people will only eat like 2 or 3 times a week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And I know them. They only eat 2 or 3 times a week. Right. When they go home, they go and drink water. Yeah.
Yeah.
If they got home, some of them. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not an easy road, because like I look and I'm observing how people are wherever I'm moving around, even on the street, you see a lot of these young people. There are so many young people who are literally homeless.
Yeah.
Homeless, right? And the thing is that you can see them, and they're destitute because they can't turn to anywhere, because the system itself is overloaded with people. They can't although the service is there, but they can't offer them nothing, because them full up already. Them full up already. You understand? So we have to be observant of these type of things. If we can help, we help, right? But at the same time, look to our own well-being and situation as well, because boy, life, boy, is not easy right now, not easy right now, And as I always encourage, please make contact with those who you know and knew, and keep the communication there, so that the well-being can be spread as well, because well, you never know. Just like that what you gave to us, Brother Julius, there, that example there of the man eating the banana skin there, right? Yeah. That as much as what we are going through, just that phone call can literally save a life.
For real.
Loneliness is a deadly disease right now. Deadly.
Yes, my brother. I tell you what, I will love, because I want to go to another one, but I would love Sister Sandra to say something which you want to say about this kind of thing, because there was another step I want to go to, but I don't want to come up with it and then Sister Sandra put a chain on me. Say, Brother Julius, he said so much.
Yes, Sister Sandra, what are you saying that? What are you saying?
No, in terms of the analogy, and we often, like I said, we'll think we're having it bad, and there is unfortunately, the way the society works and the way the world works, there is someone else. So the question is, what do you see around you? What do you appreciate around you that will enable you to pull yourself up and or out? So I agree with you with that instance with the banana, and just seeing someone else eating the banana skin and recognizing it may be an alternative to the decision I was about to make.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, all right, my brother, you was talking again about the you mentioned when you say you believe that the younger ones are the one who will take us through, or who will take the next baton, or carry that baton through.
Yeah.
The thing is, when I'm watching around the world, I can hear from people, I can see, I can try to, even when you're conversing, I can try to see exactly who this person is, or how they are thinking going, or how they're going to handle certain things.
Yes.
Now, when I'm looking at it, right, the younger ones, the older ones, I mean, each one can take the movement and try to do something for the community, or wherever they're ruling, whatever country, or whatever they have to do to make it better. The only thing, what I want to say, some of us, or most of us, right, Sankara, for like okay, the application and all this kind of thing that which is coming out from this wonderful station. I've met some other people outside it who are conscious minded and aware. One thing, material have reached the people their attention away from their real spirituality or things them how they have to think about things them or how they have to see and help one another or help not to be greedy. Because it seems as if mankind have become so greedy that when they step there, even if you allow them to, well, okay, you win this election, go and be the prime minister now, go and be the president. But as soon as they step into it, it's as if they begin to see something different and they don't care about the other one who was picking that skin. They forget that they were having that skin as well of that banana to eat. But when they went there, they just want to eat the skin and the banana, everything together and leave you dry.
Yeah, right. That's right. They don't want to leave nothing. They don't want to leave nothing for nobody.
Yes, my brother. Because you find out the youth them even, this is amongst them. And whether it's amongst them, because it's like a boy will look at the other one and say, hey, look, give me my money, or come on. Some people them gone now, grab somebody else's mobile phone of them. You understand? So the mindset of what the society, the system have caused that you just don't know who have to be behind this steering to go. But it's only people them who are the spiritual knowledge taught people them, somebody them who might be thinking for others them as well as they think about themselves, or able to see to make somebody else don't be suffering too much or have this. It takes a job for you to help and to rule and to help others them in the community, just like you're doing. I mean, you get your pains, you get your misery and so on, but I find out that most of the time in the morning, you're there behind the station, trying to give word to them. Even when somebody don't call evil, you're trying to pump out something, trying to give something. This is what it takes a lot, you understand? Which is not all of us in that frame. Not all of us is like that, you know. I'm aware. It's not me alone now to be calling or somebody else, but even in galaxy, it should be thousands of people there who should be calling, because each one have a story. Yes. Each one have a pain. Exactly. Each one have a misery. Everybody is seeing what is happening, my brother. So I will hang it there.
Thank you. And I do appreciate, you know, how you broke down our contents of our program this morning, right? And I will emphasize as well here on when I'm doing my show, when we are doing our show. Sorry, my sister. Right? We are doing our show, right? We emphasize on the first golden part of the day is for ourselves, right? And even for that, you take that time to empower yourself, right? We could take the news and we could take the information from others very easily. We could do that, right? But let's deal with ourselves. Let's fill ourselves first, and that is what we share to others. Yeah? Do you have anything to say on that, my sister?
No, I agree with what you say in relation to having a slightly different slant on how we view the circumstances and situations around us, and not to go hell-bent in terms of the negative. So if we take Brother Julius' initial analogy of where that man was thinking and what he was going to do, it's not that focus. The focus is on him coming down out of the tree and recognizing that there are other options, other possibilities, and it's working with those options and possibilities to move forward.
Exactly. Right. So you know what? as I say, I'm in full appreciation of being able to come and share some messages and speak with others and those who are in the listening, because I'm going to tell you now that there are those who listen, right? Although they don't call in, but they have shared with me that they are listening in the morning and everything else, and I do appreciate it, especially when especially if you come and approach me and tell me, say, I'm listening to you too, okay, that's great, but it would be nice if you make yourself present as well, show some presence.
Yes, my brother. Like when you say break the ice, break
man.
that ice and so on, break it. So even that solid, that which you look like iron stone, you can find an iron metal. You break that metal. Once you start to have your discussion, your conversation, or even like taking a book to read. Once you start that book to begin to read, you just want to get more and more and more and more of that book. So I mean, I can advise anybody there. I mean, nothing you have to hesitate about. This country we live in under the nose of the ones the most say this is a democratic country. We are free to speak. We are free to say anything. And apart from that, you don't have to look to them. You have to look to yourself because you're the one going through the same thing.
Well,
so you have to express yourself. You understand? Yeah, you have to be that individual. We all have to express yourself, not to look left or right and fear what they will say or who will chase you. Or when you see a crowd of people are moving to the movement, you say, no, man, me not come over there because me don't want no police to come to me. So I'm walking on the other side. That's not going to help you. It's not going to help your children to come. Because, brother, me not want to use that word against the ancestors, I want people then to feel it inside their bone by saying your great grandmama, your great grandparent, your great granddad, your brother, your sister, so that when you feel that blood connection, maybe that's why people not take that word when you use ancestors, but when you feel that connection, you will begin to do something to it. Say, boy, I don't want my daughter or my son to go through this. I don't want my grandma to have that pain. That's what it is, my brother.
Right, then. Right, we've come to the top of the hour. As you do, my brother, push us to the line. My sister, what is your summarization? And then we can close out the show. Go ahead, my sister.
I would just go to the positive thoughts, the affirmations, and recognizing then that we won't always be in the situation we're in. And if we're in a happy situation now, it's not that I'm going to say you're definitely going to go into if you're on the top of the mountain at the moment, you will move out of that season. So make hay whilst the sun is shining.
Okay, then, great stuff. Brother Julius, last words, come.
Yes, my brother. Well, to my sister, I really meet jealous of you, over there. But I mean, but at the same time, I rise my people up and let my people be more empowered. And when we get some of them prime minister here who are standing and holding the way and making some of the people them not even able to eat the skin of a banana, we have to get rid of them people there because because they are too greedy.
Yeah,
they are too greedy. So greed must come out of them. Ashe.
Right, listen. Yeah. Right, until we meet again, moving good peace and harmony and unity. Yeah.
Right.
Peace. Ciao.
Peace.
We may struggle with words to say. All in the struggles you see the falls, but one thing remains the same, that love's the only way. So how can we ever let go when we all know Jaja got food Just when you think about it, it all comes back to love. And there's no way around it. It comes right back round to love. When I think about it, it all comes back to love. No matter how you take it.